Howdy y'all, it's me. I'm back today to talk about my CD and vinyl wish list. Ones I would love to have, but I most likely will never acquire. Some of them are just difficult to get, some of them are pricey, some of them are just not from American artists, so they're harder for me to come by, and a couple of them straight up just are never gonna exist for me. As I was preparing my list for this video, I really did myself dirty because I'm like, trying to research the going rate for most of these things, and I'm checking Discog, I'm checking eBay, and when I look up, I see a CD and it's actually not as expensive as I thought it was. I thought it was like never under like $30 because it's out of print, I believe. But it was on eBay for only $7, and I offered the seller $6 and they accepted. So I fortunately have a copy of Moth by Chairlift, which I thought I couldn't get, but I got it, so never mind that. Some artists I really thought I'm never going to be able to mention on here because I will probably never have a physical release from them. And the number one person on that list is Mars Argo. So she actually put out just one CD so far in 2012, but it was just like handmade by her. And I don't know how many copies of it were made, probably very limited. That is like, maybe the ultimate, one of the ultimates on this list, because I'm sure anyone that has it doesn't want to give it up. A couple albums from Poppy. And our first album, poppy.computer, I would say maybe is slightly harder to find. The vinyl goes for about like at least $150. Yes, $150. Or really more. And the CD I saw going for about $150 to $200. It's rare. I wouldn't assume, it was like super mass produced. That might not help here, and it is out of print, if you will. That would be great to get. Next up is Am I a Girl by Poppy. The CD, I keep seeing the same person on eBay selling them for like $75. Really can't tell if this is legit or not. Like, does this one person just have access to like 50 of them and they just keep selling them for that amount? Or are they coming up with them with some dishonest means? I saw one not too long ago going for like $50, which seemed like a great deal, but I could not justify buying that because I really don't have that kind of money for a CD like ever. But the vinyl, I know it's in maybe more than one edition or color, going for like $300 to $500 on eBay. Next on my list is The Bird of Music by Revoir Simone on vinyl. I have the CD. The vinyl, it's really one of the first vinyls that I've like regularly checking my save search on eBay for. It's definitely my favorite album from them. Great wintertime album for obvious reasons. The song Fallen Snow. I never really see it go for about less than $200 on eBay. I think I bid on one once. Maybe I bid like $75, and that was me like going crazy. So I don't know if I will ever get that. Another amazing album is Seeds by TV on the Radio. I would love the vinyl of that. I have the CD. The vinyl is going for maybe at the lowest like $100, which isn't horrible. That would be awesome to actually, that's something I'm very interested in having the vinyl of, because that album, as many times as I replay it, never gets old. It is amazing. Next on the list is, I don't know, literally any album by Vulfpeck. I was looking up their stuff and I was so confused. Like, how come any CD or vinyl from them is like $200-300+ Searching around, and admittedly, I am not their diehard fan. I'm a very casual listener. I saw someone on Reddit mention that they don't have management, so they don't have a merch team. and they only press the vinyl right when it comes out. Quote, it's how they reward the OG loyal supporters also, by only pressing them when they come out and then never again. So they weeded me out, rightly so, with that. No birds of a feather for me. Some of these, I'm not trying to, flex and be like, look at me, look at all the foreign language artists I like. So it's not a comprehensive list, but I would love a copy of Gore by Lewis and the Yakuza. Oh, I'll find a copy in Germany for like maybe the equivalent of $20 US, but with shipping it ends up being some insane, unreasonable price, but it is available. Another one in that same vein I would love is Passion by Ingrid. If you ever want to impress your friends with some amazing French dance music, you will put that record on and you will not regret it. It seems available, not too expensive. It's a little bit older though. Maybe one day. I don't even know how many albums and EPs by Space Cowboy. I only have 2 from him. I have Digital Rock and Digital Rockstar, which maybe got the biggest release, but everything else is mostly in Japan or something. Don't have them. I'd love them. Most of his discography doesn't seem to be on streaming either, so that's all kind of a mystery. Then, if the day comes and I ever get to do a video focusing on one of my all-time favorite artists, Computer Magic, Dan CM, I have a few of her only Japanese releases, but there's more that I need. I definitely need Mindstate and another one called Super Rare. Don't have those. There might be more I'm missing. Her discography is a bit, it's not as straightforward as everything else because majority of it really is like strictly Japan release, some American. Like there's one album one CD I have of hers is Japanese, and the American equivalent is like, different name, maybe 1 or 2 songs are different. So it's like technically I have it, but technically I don't have the American vinyl. I don't know, whatever. From a completionist standpoint, I'm just not there yet. Back in the day, TV Girl put out at least 2 or 3 of his albums on cassette. One I never thought I could get, but it just came out from like, I think a small distributor record label in New York, The Wild, the Innocent, the TV Shuffle. This did come out on cassette though. Seeing the same random person listing on eBay for, I want to say like $500. But that would be super cool to have. I really felt good back when felt like I was one of the only people with a copy of the Death of a Party Girl vinyl, because this was kind of out of print for a minute. And it was going on eBay for like $200. I don't know if it has any more value because it's first pressing, or if the new one even looks any discernibly different. Probably not. I'll go ahead and put her on this list. I would love a vinyl of Reputation by Taylor Swift. That's my favorite album of hers. Only like, from what I can tell, any Swiftie could correct me in 1 second. From what I can tell, the only one that they're actively had been making most recently was just the picture disc version of it. I know I was looking up the bright orange vinyl. The OG one is long gone and listed on eBay for literally $2,500. And I feel like there's a reason why they have it that price, is because someone will pay that. If she could just put out a copy herself now of just the OG, nothing changed version of it, I would love to get that. Finally, this is sort of a weird one to include. It's an album, it's like, I don't want it, but from a completionist standpoint, I guess I would take it. It's Still Alive by Alexz Johnson. When this album came out in 2019, I believe, 2020, I didn't get it. I didn't want it because I love this artist, like literally my favorite, but it was all previously, most of it was previously unreleased songs, which she re-recorded years after the fact. And the mixes on them were completely changed and different, and I couldn't get myself to listen to them and enjoy them. You will never catch me listening to any Taylor's version album for the exact same reason. I am just a purist. I hear it once. I do not want you to re-record it. My brain doesn't like hearing things differently. So, you know, it's cool that she did that. Good on her. It was her music. You want to release it. But it was so changed and different that I never had the desire to buy it. The songs that weren't old on it, I did like. One of them in particular I absolutely loved. It's called Living in Color. If I could get that, that would be great. But the problem with that is I think she really only ever sold it on her own website. So it's just not on there anymore. I kind of don't see her just re-releasing it again. I feel like once it's gone, it's gone. She still does have the vinyl, but it's like, if I don't want the CD, I really don't want to invest in the vinyl. But it's not there. It's not on Discogs. It's not shown up on eBay. So it's like, is this physical lost media right now just because it's not there? I guess so. That's all from me. Thanks for watching.